Do you know how recruiters use LinkedIn in the hidden job market? Are you familiar with what the hidden job market actually is? Many people, many job seekers are not familiar with the hidden job market, and that actually is a huge part of your job search. So I want to make sure today that you know exactly what the hidden job market is and how it can help you to find that dream job. Unlike the online job boards where you actually go there, search for jobs and apply, the hidden job market isn't actually a place that you go. The term refers to jobs that are actually not posted on the online job boards. Thus, they are hidden jobs, so to speak. We see this all the time with employers, and there's a reason for that, but even more so when we have an economic crisis like we're currently in, because what happens is the job market becomes an employer's job market versus an employee's job market. So the employers can choose, or be choosy, I should say, as far as what type of candidates they want to, select for an open position. So let's talk about for a minute why an employer would not want to post a job on the online job boards. There are many reasons. I'm just going to give you a couple of examples, and I'm sure that you'll get the idea as soon as we do this. So number one, let's say an employer doesn't have the staff right now to handle hundreds, if not thousands, of incoming applications and resumes. They don't want to pay the staff to take the time to go through them. Number two, let's say an employer doesn't have an ATS system, an applicant tracking system, which is a software that sorts candidates and scores or rates them. So again, they don't have the manpower to process hundreds or thousands of applications. Here's another reason that you may never have thought of, but an employer may be looking to replace an employee that they are currently still employing. That person may not be working out, just an underperformer, and so they may not want to embarrass or cause a problem by actually putting that job position out on the job boards and taking the chance that that candidate would happen to come across it or someone would tell them about it. There's also a situation where some employers have recruiters or recruiting firms that they have hired, and they trust these people and pay these people to go out and find them, let's say, the top 3 candidates based on a criteria that the employer gives the recruiter. So in that case, it's going to save the company, time and money by actually delegating the job to a recruiter who actually is, experienced in sourcing candidates. So in this case, that's what I was talking about at the very beginning of the video. I want you to understand how recruiters work in this particular situation. We know that over 90% of the recruiters use LinkedIn when they are doing candidate sourcing. Over 90%. So what that means is you have to have a LinkedIn profile, and you have to have a LinkedIn profile that can be found, which means you need to have the right keywords, the profile needs to be optimized, and so forth. So when that recruiter does their searching, that you come up for that particular job title, industry, and location. The other thing is you want to make sure that you can pass what we call a Skimm Test. You have to understand that when a recruiter uses LinkedIn and pulls candidates, it's not just going to, magically pull up the top 3 candidates for the job. They're going to get many people that come up with the search. So what the recruiter is then going to do is start skimming the profiles and looking for the best of the candidates. They're going to then narrow that down, weed that out, and then they're going to take a much harder look at your LinkedIn profile. So you want to be able to first be found, secondly pass the Skimm Test, and third, you want to have the right things on your LinkedIn profile so that you are one of the candidates selected to come in and interview with that particular employer. So you need to pay very, very close attention as to what you're putting on your LinkedIn profile. It's very important that you have specific things there to be found and pass the Skimm Test. It's also really, really important to know what shouldn't be there that's going to knock you out of the running almost immediately. So, if you want to know more about this, as far as what should be on your LinkedIn profile, what shouldn't, and similarly, what should be on your resume and what shouldn't be on your resume, and so forth, I'm going to give away those secrets for absolutely no charge. All you have to do is click on a link, and that'll allow you to register for my free, absolutely free Job Search Masterclass, where I'm going to take a deep dive into this topic, and I'm going to show you what needs to be on the profile, what shouldn't be on the profile. Same thing with the resume. I'm also going to give you the top strategies that are proven to work in today's job search. And all you have to do is register, mark it on your calendar, and then make sure you make a point to show up. Once you leave this online presentation, you'll be able to take these strategies and start applying them to your job search the minute you get off of the presentation. So you don't want to miss this. This is powerful, very valuable information. So just go ahead, get registered. And I suggest you do it right now before you forget. We all get distracted, but just go ahead, get registered, and I hope to see you on the presentation. Thanks for listening.